Guess what? You may only need to save half as much money for retirement, according to Forbes Magazine. Who's the idiot that allowed that article to be published? I'm going to tell you why that is the stupidest idea I've ever heard in my life. In this video, I want to talk about Forbes Magazine's article, "You may only need to save half as much money to be able to retire," because of the wonder tool that's available now called indexed funds. Now, if you don't know what that is, look it up, and maybe if really a lot of people want me to, I'll do a video on how index funds operate. But just real simply, think about it this way. S&P 500. That's an indexed fund. Now, there's so much money moving into the indexed fund market that they're also coming up with new ways, new inventive and creative ways to make money off of indexing against the S&P 500. That's an indexed fund. These tools that they're coming up with that allow you to invest $1 to turn it into $1.4 or to $2 or whatever. All these different little derivatives and different contracts and different financial tools that allow you to take advantage of when the S&P 500 performs well. That rush of money and all those different creative tools are what are causing the same challenge that happened in 2008. In fact, that's my comment to the person that wrote that article. 2008, ring a bell?
Beuller.
The same thing happened. Now, here's the curious thing. If you check the federal laws from 2008, they put in place a whole bunch of federal laws to protect us from the banks and the mortgage companies doing exactly the same thing again. Guess what? Every single law that was put in place after the 2008 crash has now been rescinded from law, which means that the banks and the mortgages can do the same thing again. The only difference is it's not happening in the subprime mortgage industry this time. Michael Burry has made it extremely clear that what's happening is in the indexed fund industry, the same types of instruments are being created and the same bubble and crash is coming. Now, who's Michael Burry? Anybody see the movie? Get the Big Short, not Get Shorty. The Big Short. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's incredibly informative and entertaining at the same time. So you don't get bored learning about how finance actually works. It explains it in ways that keep you engaged and entertained. But Michael Burry was the first fella to actually bet against the American real estate market in the subprime contracts. And he made millions and millions and maybe billions of dollars off of it. He was the first one to actually invent a contract, a financial instrument that allowed him to leverage against what he saw happening in the subprime market, which was that they were going to crash. See, that's the one thing you might not understand about finance. You can make money when markets go up, and you can make money when markets go down. And that's what Michael Burry does. He makes it both ways. In fact, that's one of the things that I list in this video that always happens, which is, number one, Michael Burry and people like him always make money. Listen to them when they talk. Forbes Magazine, take it with a grain of salt. So let's do this, okay? I'm going to give you 10 things that always happen to prove that saving half as much money and betting on indexed funds for your sole retirement is a bad idea. Fact number one about finance: taxes always go up. Fact number two about finance: inflation always goes up. Fact number three: the government always overspends. Fact number four: in a fiat money system or a fake money system that is not based 100% on gold, the economy always corrects, which means crashes and burns, and then tries to recover, and then crashes and burns, and then tries to recover. Fact number 5, your money always buys less, minute by minute by minute by minute. Fact number 6, retirement actually means to put out of service, and oftentimes to put out of your misery. So why retire again? Fact number 7, it's always all right to ask you to sacrifice and just scrape by and work harder, but don't dare ask them to do that. Fact number 8, experts always know what's best for you, even though they've never met you. Fact number 9, we already mentioned this one, but it's worth mentioning again. People like Michael Burry always make money. And fact number 10, Forbes Magazine always seems to report after the fact. Very interesting stuff. Let's be honest here, okay? Inflation is not going away, taxes are not going down, and even worse, more and more, because medical expenses are so incredibly high and the cost of replacing a home or a car is so incredibly high that you could save your whole life and one heart attack, have it all taken away. Because guess what? When you really need it most, what do insurance companies typically say, especially HMOs? Oh, sorry, you're not covered. That life-saving treatment that you might want, well, it's too fringe. It's not approved by the FDA. It's not proven with 10, 20 years of results. And so, even though it has 100% ability to cure the folks that have been using it, we're not going to cover it under your insurance because it's just really super expensive, and we are in the business of making money. Insurance companies are in the business of making money, not saving lives. In fact, even doctors and hospitals, check their prices lately. They are in the business of making money too. Now, isn't that curious? Because I think I just did a video on Facebook and social media moving into finance. Isn't it interesting? Everybody's in the business of making money. Guess what? That's what business is. So the idea of saving half as much to retire is the most ridiculous notion I've ever heard in my life. First off, you should never retire, okay? Just pick something you love doing and find a way to make money off of it. If that means you have to work another job for a while to save up enough money to be able to start that business or that passion or learn the skills to turn it into a revenue generating stream, then do that. And then that way you will never work a day in your life because you love it. That's the point of life. Do something. As soon as you retire, in fact, this is a national statistic, I'm pretty sure. Well, I'll look it up for you if you want. As soon as people retire, almost less than a few years after, they die. Why? Because they're not doing anything. Sitting around and taking naps all day or fishing or going to the store every day gets really boring really fast, and your body deteriorates even faster. Your health goes down. Then you're going to the doctor more. Now your hobby is going to the doctor. I've got to go to the doctor and I've got to go to the pharmacy. And guess what I'm doing today? You talk to friends. They're doing the same thing. It becomes this terrible cycle of just disintegration into the grave. Why would you want that? So first, don't retire. Second of all, don't just save. Turn it into money-generating streams of revenue. You have so much information on the internet, especially through this channel. You have the ability to create more money even while you're sleeping, especially thanks to technology, robots, and AI and software, and a lot of it's free to use. Why are you not learning how to leverage that and just make it so that you can go and travel the world as your job, take pictures and create content and make money off of that? And also, oh, by the way, have other financial instruments that actually make money tax-free. Want to learn how to make money tax-free? Boy, talk to us. We know exactly how to do that and all of the instruments that would be required. In fact, if you want to learn more about your money and how to make more of it and how to not just keep it but turn it into a generation system that makes incredible amounts of money for you, then sign up for The Richest You Mastering Money in the link below. Now, hopefully you found some value out of this video. If you did, make sure you give us a thumbs up. And of course, make sure you subscribe so that you know every time we put up a new video. And do yourself a huge favor. Stop pretending that you can save less and get further on it. Because the fact of the matter is that that is not how the world works, and that is not how money works. So please, in this particular instance, do not listen to Forbes. Listen to Michael Burry.